Hey guys, how you doing? Hope you're good. So yeah, basically I have a video that is coming up very soon which shows you a little walkthrough of Salesforce Marketing Cloud. I know a lot of people have been asking, okay, Salesforce, MailChimp and all that stuff. But yeah, I'll show you a video where I'm actually building an email in Salesforce Marketing Cloud. I'll show you like the ins and outs of what I do. I'll show you some of the layouts and some of the tools within Salesforce Marketing Cloud. But yeah, stay tuned to this channel and I'll definitely show you that. But if you're new to the channel, welcome. Here we only talk about HTML emails, newsletters, and all that kind of stuff that you see in your inbox when you wake up and you open your emails. But yeah, I came across something interesting today. It is, well, this build we're gonna do. So this is again another email that we're gonna like attempt to build. Yeah, I kind of like the design of this one. So yeah, particularly we're gonna break down something like this. This kind of interesting section. Let me see if I click this thing here, get rid of the fill, and then add in something like that. So this section here, is it showing? 0 pixels, it would not show. So if I bump up to 10, get a pointer tool, click away. So yeah, this section basically can just nudge it around with the pointer tool, hold shift, try to balance it out. Yeah, so this section basically, I don't know why I'm playing around in Photoshop so much. Not the color. If I double click the layer, go to drop shadow. Yeah, let's do that. Take shadow off. Yeah, it kind of stands out. So yeah, this section I think is kind of interesting. Let me get the pen tool. Get the brush tool. Hang on a second. Oh no, my pen is actually not activated, which is very sad. I'm gonna have to get like I'm gonna have to connect it next time. But yeah, anyways, hey, I am talking too much today. So this section basically, I wanted to write something like, it's always difficult to write with a trackpad. Uh-oh. Let's try section. Oh my god. Yeah, it's the worst. Okay. You can see the fail. Let's connect it. Let me see if I can connect it. Give me a sec. Okay, I got a slot there to connect my Wacom tablet. Let me see if it's working now. Oh, it is working. So I'm gonna Command A on that letter, Command X, and then basically now I can write. Let's see if it's better. Oh, oh. Much better. All right. So I like writing with yeah, for stylus. So basically this section I found it quite interesting. Yeah. Because obviously they've got like, let me point up. They've got a sort of like, what is this? Is this 5 pixel or 10 pixels? I think 5. Let me push Z on the keyboard, zoom in, get the marquee tool, and just sort of like do this. Oh, actually it's, let's say 15 pixels. So that little thing is 15 pixels. I was way off. Right, that's 15 pixels like border right, border left, right? If I do Command D to get rid of the selection and I push V to get the pointer tool, maybe push B to get the brush tool. So yeah, that's 15 pixels. Uh-oh, what happened now? Let's flip the colors here because I was writing with white. So if I do 15 pixels, all right, so that's 15 pixels, and they've got this nice little color which matches, kind of is in color harmony with like this border. So let me think. So obviously in Photoshop, to get the color you'd use the color picker tool. So if I push I, then that comes up, and if I click, you see the orange that we got selected is going to change. So if I click, then that's the color. Oh, double click. That's the color that they're using. So it's kind of like an off-white towards the red, but it's kind of like a pink, light pink, you know. And that's the number that I would need to copy into Dreamweaver if I'm using like but I can color pick back the orange, then my orange comes back up here if I wanted to use orange one right in. Okay, what else? Also, the orange is kind of like fainted because the opacity is not full on. So if I have it full on, now it's orange. So if I want to write selection like I was doing before, okay, I wasn't sure if that was spelling selections, that's why I wrote it again. But yeah, basically what I'm saying is this part here, very nice. So that's 15 pixels border, and they've got this decent color that they've got here. And then to make this kind of color harmony going on, they have sort of like a little bit of bold text going on here, and then you know they get the rest of the text like this. This is stuff that you consider when you're doing your design, and I think it looks really nice. Other thing which I found fascinating, maybe let me not do it there since I've been right in there. They have a button up here. Yeah, they got one here. So up here they've got this nice background. If I push B on the keyboard, make the brush smaller with the left bracket, so this color looks very nice. Alright, so if we write slower, maybe it helps. I just go like, nice. Oh, nice color. Alright, still works anyway if we write quick. So yeah, they've got this little chevron. Nice little arrow thing, which kind of gives you the impression that it's actually a button. Whether they used, for this, I don't know whether they used an image, like a little PNG image. PNG image would be the best. I mean, or you could use like a JPEG image with basically the same color background. So this same color background on this image, but then with dark mode colors get inverted and stuff. I would rather just use a PNG image. Okay, this looks like some Gotham font. Okay, so they've got some Google font in the CSS, okay. And this button, if I zoom on the corner, if I push B, make the brush smaller since I've zoomed in, this part here, oh, it's gonna be rubbish. Let me zoom out. Yeah, make the brush a little bit bigger, brush bigger. Yeah, this part here, you can see that there's a little bit of what? Rounding. Okay, so basically there's they're using border radius. Okay, so they're using border radius. I think this would be about 6 pixels border radius, or 3. I'm just guessing these numbers, but yeah, you can always experiment. However, this video was really not to go deep into this email. It was mostly to go into this title. I was actually going to build this title basically. Okay, not necessarily this one. We'll come back to this email in another time. We will come back to this space email. Email. All right, so cool. We'll come back to this email. So subscribe, stay tuned to the channel, and I promise you we're gonna actually build it. So yeah, let's click to this one here. I recently built a website for somebody, and so you know I registered The hosting company, Bluehost, no shout out to them. They don't pay me nothing, but you know, they're a good company. I like them. I've used them twice in a row on separate projects. So yeah, no complaints there. And so yeah, when I got this email, I was just thinking in my head like, oh, this email, So you know, like one thing to consider when you're building emails is this: a strong, what should I write? Let's write up here: strong title tag. All right, strong title tag. Okay, so this is important. This like literally is like, welcome to Microsoft 365 email essentials. So this is strong. So roughly looking at this, I would say, let me see. Right, let me zoom in first and scale up somewhere there. I would say this title maybe is about 40 pixels font size, and then a line height, because you got a little bit of gap here. Okay, so line height would be, let's say 50 pixels line height. All right, so we got line height here, and we got the actual font at about 50, because that's massive. The 40 pixels, I'm assuming. And what else? That's about it, really. And obviously, if I undo everything, oh man, that's a lot I'm doing. All right, so yeah, if I go back to the brush tool, so from here to here, hey, that can be better. From here. All right, so this is essentially your copy for your heading, and so basically now you have from here to here, you have to factor in this gap. So here maybe we can say 50 pixels, and this would be, let's zoom in. Hey, wow. Okay, I'm holding space bar to zoom in and all that stuff, and you know, yeah. So we'll go back to the brush tool. This would be 50 pixels padding top. Okay, that will be part of your CSS. So padding top 50 pixels, and I think for consistency, I'd like to assume that this also would be, let's see, yeah, that's kind of matching. So 50 pixels padding bottom. All right, so cool. So we got that out of the way. Enough with the writing and all that stuff. I'm sure you're bored. Let's see how we can create this section. So I've got Dreamweaver open somewhere. Let me go to Dreamweaver. So here I've got a little table situation going. But so what I'm gonna do is I'm just literally gonna go. Let me see what comes up. So this is is a super awesome title for HTML email developers. All right, so basically this is what we have. So 650. All right, I'm just gonna align center, align equals center. All right, cool. So the text kind of sits in the middle. So in here I'm gonna give it a style tag, style of font size, let's say 40 pixels like we said, and a line height of 50 pixels. Okay, font family. Okay, font family, I'll do Arial. Okay. All right, let's stay there for now. Okay, so we got this. We got all this happening. Font weight. I do font weight bold. Bold. Okay, so you got something like that sort of happening, and you remember we had the padding top and bottom. Padding top as 30. Oh, it was 50. We said pixels, and then padding bottom. Of course, this doesn't really help because there's no elements above and below, but I'm just adding it in there so you get the idea. All right, perhaps I'm gonna go a step further and actually put in something above there so it makes sense. Tier. Okay. Indent this back. And then in here, I mean, if you've watched the course, you kind of know some of these shortcuts. Sorry, I'm just speeding through it. But yeah, I'm gonna do an image tag in there. HTTP http://vir.placeholder.com/ something like 640 by 40. Okay, so above there we got a little bit of something. And okay, let's take a look in Photoshop. Let's play with this color. And then copy that value, click OK, go back to Dreamweaver and say the color for this would be bam, bam. Alright, and the color for the color for this copy as well is color $. Alright. Okay, so we got that going on there, right? Let's take a quick look. So you can see one thing. This text, I wish I hadn't written directly on the image because now I can't get rid of the writings that I've done unless I push Command Z, which I'm not going to do because it takes ages. But you can see that there's an indentation. Let's go back to orange. Maybe let's go back to just pick pink. All right. So you can see that there's a bit of, I know that's not pink, that's kind of like yeah. All right. So yeah, you can see that here there's a bit of gap. So again, I wasn't writing with the Wacom tablet. So yeah, this gap has to be factored in the email gap because it's kind of squishing in the title from actually touching this edge and touching this edge, because you can see this image is actually touching the edge, right? This edge, you see it? But we don't want the actual title to touch the edge. All right, I hope that kind of makes sense. So to do that, go back to Dreamweaver, and you see our title is all the way out there. Let's put this up to like 70 or whatever. Just make it bigger. All right, so now what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna get all this. I'm gonna do TD. Okay. Oh, indented back. Align center. Align. Equals center. Yeah. And then I'm gonna go in here and push T. That gives me a table nested within there. And what I'm gonna do is make this like 90%. And now what I did copy was the whole TD. So it wasn't like a TR. Now if I paste that, you can see this is the effect that it's doing. It's indenting the table. Whereas if, if I change this from 90 to 100, see, it bumps up outward. But if we want to push it in, we just do 90, boom, it does that, pushes it in a bit. So I hope you've learned something today. Again, this is not the best example. Like I don't like this gap, it's too massive. So let's go 30 on the padding top and bottom. So here, okay, I can do this and just change them both at the same time. Say 30, still big. 20, okay, I'll settle for 20. Okay, so 20 is fine for me. That looks good. And obviously this section would have been a proper, let's go back to Photoshop, proper distribution of an element here on the left and another image on the right. So you kind of have two images going on there. But this was just a walkthrough of like how you do a title, you know, how your title should stick out, how you can use combination of Dreamweaver and bouncing back to Photoshop so that you color pick your colors so that you can match your design. One thing I just didn't check. See, okay, that's fine, that's fine. I thought this text was going to be uppercase. So yeah, go back to Dreamweaver. So yeah, it's fine like this. And then all the other elements can fold down under here, yeah? So again, it's been a great time having this moment with you guys. I hope you've learned one or two things. Make sure you comment in the comment section if you have an email that you want me to build, and also make sure you hit the subscribe button and share this video with everybody that likes building emails. So I'll see you in the next video, guys. Take care. Bye.
Hey, hope you're having a good day. I got some good news. The course is now available. Click the link below to get full access. And if you're new, consider subscribing.